Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this. This is not a car, it's a car. And this car comes courtesy of Durga Car Decor to me. So make sure to follow them by giving them a like and a follow by visiting their Instagram page on the pinned comment. Anyways, this car is super long. Yeah, it is long by C-segment car standards. And the Sunny was a brilliant car, but somehow did not manage to sell because of Nissan's poor sales and service network. The design is very bland. It's extremely bland. It's not a car which will, make you turn around and take notice. However, what will definitely is the amount of rear seat space on offer. Now, of course, the seat is pushed back, but if you push the seat ahead, this has a ton of space. This can actually rival a Mercedes S-Class in terms of space, but an S-Class from the 1980s, not the latest one, of course. And seats are very comfortable, a little bit thin, could have been better. There's a center armrest, there are two headrests as well. There's no center headrest. Floor is almost flat. There is a vent here, which is actually for the fan, not for the air conditioning, I believe. There are no door pockets here, which is kind of weird and wacky as well. So in terms of design, this car is obviously not going to win any award, but the boot is quite carnivorous. That's not even the right term. It's not going to open from here. I have to open it from the front. And this is not the top end model. That's why it did not open that way. Meanwhile, okay, somewhere here, that is the way the boot opens. The boot is, yeah, look at that, automatic boot opening. Super cool, isn't it? Now that is the CNG, and we're going to be driving it on CNG today to see the performance of this vehicle. Door pads at the front, how generous of Nissan to give it. And the interior again is bland, gets this beige treatment. Stop making audio noises. Not much inside as such to talk about, but this air conditioning control, which is the climate control unit, is pretty nice, and the infotainment system is quite cool too, but it's very basic. The other side, I mean, these are very basic graphics. There is a display for obviously the fuel as well as the odo, and I think a clock too, so certain things there too. These are obviously the controls for the outside view of mirrors. Audio controls on the steering wheel. Most of the things you don't really care about, so why are we even talking about it? Let's get driving right away. Okay, there's no water inside, so can't see much of what's around. Anyways, this is powered by 1.5 liter petrol engine. This petrol engine produces 100 horsepower and the torque output is 134 Newton meters. But right now this car is running on CNG, so obviously there's a slight amount of performance drop. Not only that, the 1.5 liter engine isn't that eager either. You can't name this engine in the same breath as VTEC, unfortunately, because performance is very lackluster, which is kind of surprising from a Japanese car. However, it's very smooth, it's very refined. Steering doesn't offer much feel or feedback, and there's a lot of body roll around the corners as well. And here we are trying to pull it, and there's this jerky feel. I think that's because of the CNG effect, because the motor actually pulls cleanly to the red line. However, it's not very enthusiastic. It's drivable, it's not enthusiastic. Understand the difference. So you won't complain if your driver is driving this car, which mostly it would be the case considering this is a chauffeur-driven vehicle. And smoothness is definitely there. Engine feels smooth. Once you get past 3,500 RPM, that's when it gets vocal, and it gets really very vocal, and gets so vocal that near the red line that you think it's kind of trashy, and it is. So ride quality is not the best without a doubt, and it doesn't need to be the best, because this is a car which doesn't fare well at higher speeds over bad roads because of the soft suspension, but it does feel really nice at slower speeds over bad roads in the city. I know you can't see anything ahead. I personally can't see anything ahead, so I definitely don't expect you to see anything ahead as well. Grip levels are decent, not that great. Small size tires in the interest of boosting the fuel economy. Not the most efficient engine as such, in spite of being a Japanese engine not having the best efficiency. Well, that is something which is not expected at all. Gearbox is slick shifting, the clutch is on the lighter side, but sometimes when you try to shift really fast, now there's this notchy feeling which catches you out. And here we are into first gear. Now pushing it into first, there is that notchy feeling you can feel. Usually you feel that feeling in lower gears only. And the Sunny actually excelled as a chauffeur-driven car, not really a driver's delight in that sense. And the reason is obvious. It's not a driver's car in any means of imagination because of the massively long size and wheelbase too. But in spite of the size of the car, it doesn't feel like a handful to drive. It's very much predictable in the way it corners, in the way it drives, and in the way it behaves and responds to. Because after all, it's a light car. The steering is so light, you can twirl it with one hand. I kid you not. It's like a Micra with a boot, but really long Micra. Yeah, look at the sound. It's not a sporty sound. There's a lot of treble, less bass, so not sporty in that sense. However, you can't really blame the vehicle that much because this is not a sporty car. It has no sporty intentions whatsoever. It's just a convenient car which is giving you a ton of space, features were missing actually, but for the price it was value for money. And why was it so? Because Nissan has been stretching this car for eternity. It has been on sale since so long that I was born before the car went on sale, and I'm not kidding, which makes me quite young, but that was overstretched. However, You see, the ride is what is making this car such a brilliant machine. In the city where the ride excels, out on the highway, as long as you're not doing higher speeds, it's completely fine. So it strikes a good balance between, you know, comfort, usability, value for money, and ease of driving, and that's where this Nissan Sunny excels. Plus, if you're a fan of a certain actress, you would definitely want to buy this car, because once you buy this car, you get the name on the car, of course, and then you can obviously, I mean, I'm not giving you ideas right now. Want to make a quick overtake? No problem. Here we are, and there it goes. Motor is scrambling, saying downshift. No, just upshift. So here we are into third gear. Third gear is very tractable, and it's so easy to drive this car. I love the fact that in spite of the length, you can't feel the length of this vehicle. Now obviously I'm exaggerating the length to a great extent. It is the longest car in the segment without a doubt. The segment doesn't exist anymore because the segment has changed multiple times, and the Nissan Sunny has remained as it is. It's discontinued too, or will be discontinued. It is actually discontinued. There's no point continuing selling this car, because after all, till when will you keep selling one certain car? It doesn't meet latest emission norms either. So here, taking a U-turn, no problem. Front wheel drive, so you can spin the wheels as much as you like this. Yeah, grip levels are not that great, but you can spin the wheels as much as you like. Now, that's not the trick of the car, that's my trick. Sun meri baat, it's my choice to spin the wheels, and I just did that. Brakes, sure-footed, but because of the soft suspension, that sogginess is there. Every time you try to apply brakes, there's this nosedive. Unnecessary one, but still there nonetheless. Can a car get any boring than this? Yeah, I don't think so. Very boring car to drive. The diesel was dramatically better because of the amount of torque it offered, and that torque obviously made it more brisk to drive. That briskness is not there with this vehicle, so you can't make quick progress. And the diesel obviously is stiffer because of a heavier engine. Use the same 1.5 litre K9K engine which we have seen in 1,000 cars already from the Renault Nissan stable, and used to produce somewhere around 85 horsepower, so the lowest state of tune, not the highest state of 110 PS, because if this had 110 PS of power state in the diesel, every time you would accelerate, the wheels would come out with the amount of wheel spin thanks to the diesel torque, which is absolutely crazy. The diesel is of course the choice. I actually had this car for long term, long back, and enjoyed being sat at the rear. Which reminds me, one of the first MotorBeam meets which we had done earlier last decade, we went in a Nissan Sunny, and it did a great job because there's so much space on offer. Every time it rained, everyone who had come to the meet, I think 20-30 people could sit at the rear. That's the amount of space on offer. This car is truly excel and offers great rear seat space. Only thing is, when the new generation of the Honda City came, and then the Ciaz also came, they had so much more space, or rather almost the same space with a lot more features, but expensive pricing, and people don't mind paying more, but they don't like cheapness, they don't like lack of features, and that's something unfortunately the Renault Nissan stable hasn't been able to understand pretty well in the Indian market. And on that disappointment, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. I know we still have a long way to go in terms of the road, so why not just keep blabbering something or the other? Should I do another wheel spin? Please let me know. I would do that as well. The only thing is that every time you spin the wheels, the tires and the engine and the gearbox is like, wait a second, suno meri baat, kar kya rahe ho tum? Because it just doesn't feel comfortable in that zone. It's not a car for all these things, but hey, yeah, because the road is wet, it's spinning its wheels, but it's not going to make noise. Maybe I could just add it after effects. I can add some noise as well, just to please you guys. So guys, this is my vlog of the Nissan Sunny. Let me know if you have heard of this car, and if you have, please give this video a thumbs up. That's a like button. Bye bye.